Good day, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be discussing about the difference between plants and animal cells. So, in the previous lecture, we have already talked about the features that has both in common, the plant and animal cells that they have in common. Today we'll be discussing about the differences in their cells. Now let's do the tabular forms. Plants, animal cells, plant cell. Yesterday we talked about the shape. Shape. In the shape of a plant cell, they have definite shape. But in animal, they have indefinite shape. Whenever there is a plant, there is a definite shape, because it gives us something like a cylinder that goes high. But in animal, there is no definite shape. The shape are not definite. You can't specify that this is a particular shape for animal. Is it square? Is it rectangle? Is it triangle? There is no definite shape for animal cells. 2. We talked about the cell wall. In plants, there's cell wall. Cell wall is present. Yes, cell wall is absent. Yes. I can remember in the last lecture we did a diagram of a sketch diagram of a plant cells, and we showed the place where the cell wall is. 3. Vacuum. They both have vacuum, but this plant vacuum is big in size. Why animal vacuum in animal is small, very small. The vacuum in plant is very big, but the vacuum in animal is very small, very small. And that's the reason why the vacuum of a plant is filled with water and other materials, and the vacuum of an animal is filled with a very small tiny amount of water. 4. Another difference that there is plants stored their food in grains like a stash. Yes. Whenever we see a particular any plant, their food is stored in form of stash. Why this? Food is stored in what? Food is stored in glycogen. Yes, their food is stored in glycogen. in form of glycogen. So because when we want to test for what, we usually test for starch in plants. We usually test for what? Starch in plants. And we usually test for glycogen in what? In animal. They have different process. Starch require you to find a what? A translucent paper that you bring that particular leaf, boil it at a certain amount of temperature, put it in that thing, and see the particular starch. So it requires an experiment, both the glycogen and the water and the starch. But there are differences, as we showed, that what, from definite shape to indefinite shape, from cell wall to absence of cell wall, to what, big vacuum to small vacuum, to their food is stored in starch, and their food is stored in what, in glycogen. The last one I'll be giving us is what? Production of food independently in a process called photosynthesis. Yes, plants produce their own food independently of what? Independent of animal. But what? Animal depends on plant. Animal cells. Animal what? Is heterotrophic. Heterotrophic. So this is their difference in their what? In their cells. The shape, the cell, the vacuum, the plant's food is stored in starch, and what animal food is. That's their differences. The last one I'll be talking about the differences. So the last one I'll be talking about the differences of between plant and animal, which is number 6. Is what? Is the centrosome. What is the centrosome? This is a kind of what? That is used in the cell divisions. And that is why centrosome is what? Absent. Centrosome is absent in plants. And centrosome is present in animal. Centrosome is present in animal because the centrosome are basically used in the cell division. And this will lead us to what? The topic. Subtopic. Cell division. What is now cell division? A cell division is a process whereby there is increase in what? In the number, or decrease in the number of cells. Let me explain better. Cells, especially in the multicellular organisms, are built from 2 or more cells to make it a multicellular organisms. But these multicellular organisms are also capable of reproducing these unicellular organisms. In terms of that, this multicellular can be broken down to make it what? Unicellular. How? In the process of what? Cell division. That's the reason why the cell division is divided into 2. The mitosis and the meiosis. The mitosis and the meiosis. These are the process by which a multicellular organisms or a cell can be extracted from the what? From the multicellular organisms. It's either mitosis or they use what? Meiosis. So what is now? Let me now say mitosis. Reduction of cells. Yes, reduction of cells. So now the cell division that we talked about that what is what divided into the mitosis and meiosis. Now let's now begin with the what? The meiosis. We said the meiosis is what? Reduction, division, or the reduction of the cells, right? Okay. What is now what? Meiosis. Because their process is of different. The mitosis has its own process, the meiosis has its own process. But what is meiosis? Meiosis is the process by which the production of reproductive cells, which is gametes, having the half chromosomes of the parent cells. Let me just 2 or 3 points. Process of producing reproductive cell, which is known as what? Gametes, right? Gamete. Having half of the what? Of the chromosomes of the parents. Right? Do you get it right? Yes. This is meiosis. The process of producing reproductive cell, which is gamete, having half of the number of chromosomes of the parents. Okay. Let's assume this. Let's say A stand for what? Male or father, right? And B for mother or female, right? Okay. This is what? Let's say A stand for what? Male, and B stand for what? Female, right? We all know that what? For every individual has 46 chromosomes. 46 chromosomes. Likewise, the mother has 46 chromosomes, right? But for a man and a woman to produce the reproductive cells, which is the gamete, the combination of what? The egg, which will be released by a male, and the zygotes, and the eggs, which will be released by the what? By the mother to form a zygote. They have to donate. Because these 46 cannot come into reaction, and also these 46 cannot come into reaction. That means that such person will have a different syndrome. So that's the reason why the division AA, let's say AA and BB, right? A for man, and the B for man, and B for the woman rather. We are now talking about what? Having half of the chromosomes, right? Half of the chromosomes. The new gamete they want to produce is what? A. This is what? 23. You know this is 23 pairs. 23 pairs. When you say pairs is what? 2. That means that 46. And this is also what? 23 pairs. Because 46 chromosomes is what? 23 pairs. Likewise here. Right? So only one out of the what? Out of the chromatids. One single A comes out, and another single A comes out, another single B comes out. Now, it's just the calculation. 23 that has come out, because 23 plus 23 making 46 chromosomes. 23B plus 23B making 46 chromosomes of the mother. Now 23A, one of the 23 comes out, which is what? 23 here, 23 here, 23 plus one of the chromosomes, another chromosome, plus another 23, making 46 chromosomes. That is how a gamete is being formed. By what? By the donation of one chromatid from the parents, from the male parent, and another one chromatid from the female parent, making what? 46. That is the reason why in what? In meiosis, we only have what? Diploid. Diploid. Because the what? The production of two haploid, one haploid here, one haploid there, give us the what? The two haploid, which is what? Which is exactly 46 of the another parent. Okay.